I think one of my favorites was going to Alaska with Seth. That was incredible. We went for, what was it?
Yeah, I haven't been there yet. I do want to get there.
Yeah, the Kenai Peninsula for about a week, just the two of us. Amazing trip. Steph outfished me.
Oh,
right, which was awesome.
Part of it was also because, so I've never been deep sea fishing, and
okay.
Seth has a few times before we went to Alaska. Pretty much everywhere you go online, or when you get to the place, they have it plastered everywhere. When you get on the boat, they talk about, have you taken your medicine, right? Or do you have the patch? Or are you set up? And Seth's like, I've been deep sea fishing. Like, we're good. I promise, Stephanie, we're good. And so I was like, you know what, Seth? I need help from God because I have a lot of anxiety about this right now because I never have been.
We're sitting in the parking lot at the wharf, ready to go get on that boat at whatever time it was in the morning.
And I said, I need a priesthood blessing. Can you give me that? And he was like, sure. So he gave me a priesthood blessing. Guess who ended up getting sick and who didn't?
Oh, it was Seth.
Yes. Like, laying down on the back of the boat because if he sits up, he's going to vomit everywhere.
Miserable for hours.
Yeah.
We got out of the bay there in where were we? We were in Seward.
Mm-hmm.
They're in Seward, Alaska. We get out of the, pull out in the morning. We get, everything's cool in the bay. You get out of the bay and we start hitting these waves. And I'd never done Alaska before. And so California, deep sea fishing, and you're moving around. No, we had 6-foot rolling waves. And so it was just, and I got so incredibly sick that I was pretty much miserable for hours, heaving and laying, prostrate over the boat edge. And Steph was managing my pole and my line, right? And I would technically, as long as I cranked it like 3 times, then it was quote unquote my fish. And then she could help me with it, right?
Yeah.
I didn't reel one stinking fish in because I was literally just too.
I think at the end you did. You brought a couple in when the waves weren't so high.
I kept on saying, no, I can do it. And every time I would think I could do it, I couldn't. And it was horrible. So she outfished me there, but I think you also outfished me on the Kenai and the Kasilof rivers by I think it was just by one salmon. Not that I'm really counting, but yeah.
He was.
No, this woman
Clearly.
this woman can fish. This woman can fish.
Well, and then we did that fly-in.
Oh, we did a fly. We did we flew into a remote lake and did some boat fishing as well. It was just a 1 day. It wasn't 7 days like you're talking about. You said 7 days and I'm thinking.
That's dreamy.
7 days of just remote fishing. And Stephanie's thinking 7 days with Seth not having Wi-Fi.
I did. I totally thought that.
He'll actually completely disconnect.
I love it.
I will say that 2 of the times I caught fish that were maybe like an inch long, teeny tiny, on the hook.
Yeah, we're at this remote lake. Literally, we're talking about like.
It's so tiny. And then a woman caught my beanie because it was pretty cold.
A woman on the boat, yeah.
A couple times. And then I was like, okay, I'm done. You're at the end of the boat. I'm going to the other end of the boat. Like, I am done getting hooked. Some close calls there. And her boyfriend was dying laughing. I was like, yeah, I think that's wise.
Yeah.
And then Seth was... There was a bear that was coming to where a lot of our fishing lines were landing and trying to catch fish. A bunch of people were like pulling their reels in or maybe fishing off, the opposite end. So it wasn't by the bear. And Seth is like, okay, this is my chance. He's like going in, fishing right by that bear. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's so funny.
Great trip.
I love it.
Alaska's amazing. We actually went to